a reflection in my eyeballs. Let me see if I can minimize that somehow. Coming to you from a non-typical location today, tonight, this evening, this wonderful Tuesday evening. Let me just get on my Pute here, and I will set the correct settings for this live stream. And there we go. How are you guys doing? Whoa, sorry. Who do we have in the stream this evening? Stephanie Swanson, Rosemary Dunn, Christine McIntosh, Joy, Duck No Productions, Tucker Times is greeting from Knott's Berry Farm. Are you watching videos at Knott's Berry Farm? Maybe you should just try to enjoy yourself and not watch YouTube. All right, and a few more people in here. Maybe I don't know if it's taking the notifications a moment to notify. Von Yinzer says, today's video from Jillian's was great. Flashing back to my youth. Oh, I loved Jillian's. That was really cool. That was one of the highlights of my trip. Ryan Odall says, rip Del Wilkes. Yes, the Patriot, Del Wilkes, had passed away. I actually had sat next to him at an autograph signing. Bart places. I'm at Movie Land Wax Museum in Clifton Hill. Oh man, I can't wait till I can go back to Niagara Falls. I don't think I can. Christopher Wall says, I'm so ready for the haunted houses. Well, you may not have to wait as long as you think. Flash Forward Film says, go to House on the Rock during the Halloween Navajo. Yes. Now, I've only recently become, I don't know how often they've done this, but I've heard that House on the Rock, that the last portion of the tour, they have scare actors during the Halloween season. And I probably need to see that at some point. Jason's channel says, hey, Carpetbagger, how's it going? I really enjoyed your Atlantic City beach vlog, and I have always wanted to go as well. Yeah, the Atlantic City, New Jersey. Christopher Pegg, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Melissa Winstead. How are you doing? Hello, Bird Warfield. How are you? Did I make it to Wildwood? I did not go to Wildwood on this particular trip. Am I banned from Niagara Falls? Why can't you go back? Oh, I think it's just because of COVID. I don't think the borders are open. I don't think. I could be wrong. Sloss Furnace, Alabama. That looks like it'd probably be a good place for a haunt. That they. Chris Cavanagh says in Cherokee just did Santa's Land today. I love Santa's Land. Very, very old school type park. Brian Lombard did Dinosaur Kingdom 2. I love when people go out and do these. I see the places on my channel and they go visit them in real life. I love to help promote these awesome roadside attractions. Jonathan Julius, thank you for the super chat. Says, my first ever trip to Vegas booked for 3 weeks from now, staying at Bally's. and reviewing all your Vegas blogs. I did stay in Bally's, and Bally's had pretty nice rooms. Again, they didn't have like a lot of theming. It wasn't like there was no theme really, but the rooms were fine, good. I mean, like the rooms in Vegas are generally a little worn, but I found Bally's to be pretty good. Eric James Alpha says Wolf's Museum is getting close to being reopened. Yes, been waiting for years. They've had such a horrible go of it. It's good to see that they're getting closer to being ready. Dorothy Roper says, have you heard of the Selfie Museum in Greenfield, South Carolina? No, I did not know. Ian, how are you doing, buddy? This is nice to see you back on the road. Hope you are doing well. Grinny Bear says, did not see a postcard from Patreon. Just make sure, go in there, they get charged on the first of the month. So if you are charged the 1st of July, postcards I'm going to send postcards out when I get back home, which is actually going to be about 2 weeks from now. Yeah, just make sure your information's incorrect. I print out the list directly from Patreon and make the address labels from there. Jay Young, thank you for the super chat. Says you covered some unique content. Glad you can make this your career. I'm glad I can make this my career too. I don't even know where I would be if this channel hadn't come along in my life. Tammy Marie says, just to let you know, most of us that live in New Jersey hate the left turns, and we wish we could pump our own gas. Ryan says, did Atlantic City look run down to you? Honestly, it didn't look as bad as it did last time. I went to Atlantic City a few years ago, and there was just a lot of the big casinos were just closed and abandoned. I know the Taj Mahal was abandoned when I was there the first time a couple of years back, but it actually had reopened as the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So, I mean, it's just a small microsection that I've seen, but it looked a little better. Maybe it was doing a little better this time. King Kino says we'll be doing more pinball videos. Pinball videos are hard to do because you got to hold your camera in one hand and play pinball with the other. Or I probably should use my GoPro more often, do like the chest-mounted GoPro, and I was trying to think the Las Vegas Pinball Museum was interesting. You're allowed to film, but there was some issue with they didn't want you taking like close-up pictures of the art on the pinball machines. I'm sure there's a reason and a story behind that, but they said, yeah, you can take pictures, just don't like get, I guess the individual art they didn't want you to like take pictures of. I'm sure they have a reason. Nick asked, what's one of the favorite dark rides from all the theme parks you've been? I think the Haunted House at Knoebels is one of my favorites, and I think I love it even more now that I got to go behind the scenes. And then Wacky Shack at Waldemere is right up there as well. Got to tour that behind the scenes. Tiana James says, how do you feel about wearing Crocs before they were cool? Now, someone said something to me. Someone in my family said something that Crocs were becoming more popular all of a sudden. Hiawatt CP103 says, why was your June 16 live stream set to private instead of unlisted? I don't remember. Sometimes if I don't like, if the conversation just goes in a weird way or something, I'll put it to private. I can't remember anything that happened last week. But oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting behind in the comments. Asher asked about tour spots in Nebraska. Hopefully we're going through Nebraska at some point in the next little bit. See, I mean, at first I used to make all my live streams private just because, and then some people were complaining because they wanted to watch them later. I was a little confused on what exactly why people would want to watch old live streams, but they do. So Ryan Sexton says, please visit Field of Screams in Moundville, Pennsylvania this year. We are open from September 10th to November 12th. See you at Transworld 2022. Well, thank you for the super chat. And I do want to visit Field of Screams because I've heard lots of good things about it. Part of that would just be being, you said do you run Field of Screams? Do you have a contact at Field of Screams? Would that be a place that I could could film? If you have a hookup, send me an email. We can talk about it. Greeny Bear, thank you for the super chat. Right, I did not get out to Lake Compounds this year. Second chair, how are you doing? Gojira guy says it'd be cool if you did a video at the Field Museum. I have a video from the Field Museum. The Germ says, what's it, the guy that yelled bagger at the end of Dutch Wonderland video? Oh, it was this one security guards there. Saw me doing my intro and yelled, the bagger is here. Oh, Jay Young, thank you for the very, very generous super chat. It says, buy you a nice steak or come to West Tennessee and I'll buy you one. By the way, I privatize my live streams as well. Most do. Yeah, I don't know. The only reason I started doing them unlisted was because people requested it. Just saying, again, I don't remember why I did private instead of unlisted. There may have been a reason. There may have even not been a reason, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Jay Young, again for the super chat. Pete Rondu, how are you doing, buddy? He says, good evening, Jacob. Saw you did Manaduck. Yes. Yes, I loved Jillian's. I remember you were telling me about Jillian's. I didn't even know about it. We were talking about it here in the live stream is where I found out about it. In this very live stream, I found out about Jillian's, and it was an absolute, it was an absolute joy. It was like it's my new favorite. It had, it had a lot of cool stuff. It had an animatronic band. It had a cool dark ride. It even had a log flume with gnomes. So Jillian's a top level attraction. Joe Garza says, why isn't Alaska considered a continent of the United States? I mean, I think when you say 40, I've always heard people say 48 continental United States. So I think, is there some other term you would like me to use? Dayton Shea, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the super chat. Hope you make it back to Tulsa someday. I love Tulsa. Abby the Spoon Lady, how are you doing? Haven't heard from you in some time. Hope all is well. I know the pandemic was very hard on people who perform for a living. Pete says they built the dark ride pretty much in-house. As I talked to a few people, apparently, yeah, I've heard that apparently there was some, it was one of the people that worked on it may have studied under the great Bill Tracy, that there may have been some Bill Tracy influence on the ride, not direct work, but just influence. And I think the rat prop was maybe looked like it was a reference to the Bill Tracy rides. Greeny Bear, thank you for the super chat. What's your favorite spot you've been in Michigan? Love Mackinac City. Blue Chainsaw Man says 48 contiguous state. I can't say that word. I'm sorry. William Williams said explored much of Oklahoma. I've done a lot in Oklahoma, I think. Abby the Spoon Lady says, doing okay living in Winfield, Kansas. I'm actually planning on going to Kansas very soon. Spoiler alert. Ryan says, send your wishes here in Western Florida right now. We're going to be facing Hurricane Elsa tonight. I hope things are okay. Anyone that is in the path of the hurricane, please stay safe. No name, thank you for the super chat. So I love the dark ride from your video, sweet and to the point. Name dark ride. Yes, like the fact that they just had dark ride on the side was awesome. Like I've never even heard like a park refer to their dark ride as a dark ride. Contiguous. I'm not gonna say that word. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I can't see myself saying that. I think 48, I've always heard that. I think language, the purpose of language is so that we understand one another. And I think that, people, Abby Spoon Lady says there is a giant music festival in September, southeast near Oklahoma. Southeast, so like in the, southeast corner. The lower 48 continental. I don't think I'm going to Dragon Con. I think I might have I think that I may have even not be able to buy tickets anymore. Tassel, thank you for the super chat. Travel to Yellowstone, do some live streaming while bears sniff around your car. I don't think you can live stream in Yellowstone. I don't think you can get a cell signal. I mean, is this like really a controversial thing to say 48 continental? So it's the only thing I've heard my whole life. And people are gonna give me crap about this? Is it really? Does it upset you? Does it make you mad? Matt Damon says no one is actually mad about it. Okay, good. Do an Indian sweat lodge. Oh man, I hate sweating. Oh, Ryan, Bear Country USA in South Dakota is amazing. Joe Mama says, I was the kid that you saw when you were in Ocean City. Ocean City, New Jersey, or the other Ocean City? 5-day passes are still open for Dragon Con? Only 5? I don't know. Abby says Southeast Kansas has Big Brutus, one of the largest steam shovels in the world. You can crawl all over it. One-day passes will be limited. Second Chair says, did you know that there was 2 Gremlins dark rides, one in Germany, one in Australia? Oh my gosh. I need to look that up on YouTube, see if there's any footage. Gremlins is one of my favorite movies, and dark rides are one of my favorite things. Ryan says it was classic when you thought the bear was going to climb in around car. He did. He put like his front paw like on the bumper of my rental car and pushed down on a little. Didn't do any damage, but Dayton Shea says, why do seagulls fly over the sea? If they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't eaten by bears. Kate Warner, thank you for the super chat. It's been great to see you in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Might enjoy a visit to our aquarium and our zoo. I love Chattanooga. Haven't been there in a while. Joe Mama said Ocean City in Maryland. Okay. Well, you should be popping up in the video within a few days. Josh Dowdy says, what type of hat do you wear? Okay, yeah. I was trying to find a replacement hat because my hat is getting, there's just no other way to put it. My hat is getting smelly. My hat is getting gross. It encompassed with my sweat. So I looked to see if I could buy the same hat, and I found it, but they're sold out of it. They don't make it anymore. It's like Brooklyn Brothers hat, I think. It's a straw fedora. Greg's blog so says wash it. I don't know how to wash a straw hat. It's made of straw. I don't know if I could just put that in the washing machine. Jason Rad has ever been to Sylvan Beach, original pretzel dark ride called Laughland near Syracuse, New York, also upstate Seabreeze, a historic park with landmark coasters. Yes, Sylvan Beach is on my radar. Razzie on mute and says, I just use disinfectant spray on my hats after each use to keep them from stinking. Well, I didn't think about that. And I've wore it for like 4 years without ever cleaning it. Spray it with Lysol, rubbing alcohol. Is it true New Jersey has a smell? I didn't notice any like off the wall smells. Greg's blog show. Thank you for the super chat. Says, got to leave early. Thanks for all you do. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Game Slayer says, I think you have a lot of Canadian viewers. Some, yeah. A little warm water and Dawn dish, so yeah, I need to I don't know, I need to do something. because I'm gonna get a head disease if I don't do something. It's gonna start rotting my brain hole. Single favorite animatronic in any theme park. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start thinking. Put it in a pillowcase and wash it in a washing machine. Would that work? It's straw. It's made of straw. Heath Williams says, "How did you get on the Knoebels haunted home?" Um, they're a PR person. Um, their PR person saw that I'd been there and they contacted me and said next time that I came by, they gave me a private tour and they were very gracious, very nice. They gave me some tickets. They were very nice people there at Knoebels. The hat's in the car. I'd have to go get it out of the car, but yeah, hat's out in the car. Corey Parsons, you need to get a hookup with Funland. Yes, that would probably be the next one I would love to take a tour of. Would be the Funland haunted house. Dad Joke Game Shows is very cool that you're meeting these career dark ride guys. Such a dream job. Yeah, it's really cool. These guys, Randy that I met at the Wacky Shack, and Drew over at the Knoebels Haunted House. They're very passionate about what they do, and Randy with the Wacky Shack has kind of made it a mission to keep the house as close to how it was originally intended. Ryan, so there is a POV of the Grimm's Dark Ride. I'm going to check that out after this live stream. But Randy at Wacky Shack, I mean, does everything to try to keep the haunted house, the Wacky Shack, just like it was when it was first opened in the 70s. And Drew actually likes to change things around a little bit in the haunted house at Knoebels, but at the same time, he likes to keep that same feel. If he adds something new, he wants it to fit in, with the vibe and the feeling of the house. So different style haunted houses. Different, you get some of the subtleties, the subtleties of dark rides. Yeah, I was really happy to be able to film at the Knoebels Dark Ride because, when you're riding the ride, especially in the Knoebels has it set up where especially in that first section, it's like it'll flash on a monster, like the light will hit the monster will do a motion and then immediately disappear. So you only see it for almost like a fraction of a second, and it's a good scary effect, but you don't get to appreciate the theming as much. Like the snake coming out of the clock, like light hits, the snake pops out, comes at you, and then the light shuts off before the snake even stops moving, which is cool timing because it makes you seem like, oh, the snake, it's dark, the snake's still coming at you, You never see the snake stop, so it doesn't ruin that illusion. Cody Wallenscroft says, "You ever been to the Ocean City, Maryland, Bill Tracy haunted dark house ride?" Oh yeah, stay tuned. David R. says, remember the dark ride at Lagoon in Salt Lake City? Where does it rank? Love the Lagoon dark rides. They do, I would say, you could make an argument that they do need a little bit of TLC. Some of the props, broken. Don't get me wrong. They still have them. So many parks have gotten rid of their dark rides. I'm so happy that Lagoon has kept theirs. But I'd love to see a little bit of TLC for the Lagoon dark rides. Raziel Mutant, thank you for the super chat. Just loved your story about the Weevil and the bullying you received. Very heartening. Keep the good work. Been binging your content the past week. Great stuff, man. Don't let life get you down. Keep on trucking. Thank you so much. And no, I keep trucking now. Geo Madcat, thank you for the super chat. No, I mean, every once in a while, someone will try to get me down, but it's important. It's so important that that you take ownership of your feelings, you take ownership of how you allow other people to treat you, and take ownership of how you treat other people. It's a crazy, when you start something that's just a little silly project and then it gets bigger and bigger and suddenly you're in the spotlight and you don't know how to react. It's a crazy experience and something I had to learn trial by fire. Pete Rondeau says, next time at Nobles, get a walking tour of the Black Diamond. There's so much to see in there and you can't see in the dark. Oh, yeah, I would love that. I kind of was like, I wanted to ask, but they were so generous. They were so generous in reaching out to me, giving me the tour of the haunted house and the turns. And I know that they were understaffed, but they still made a point to do that. So I felt bad, but I should have asked. I should have just asked, right? Tom, thank you for the super chat. Ever been yelled at by the employees of attraction? Oh yeah, surely. Raziel Mutant says, it's weird how you see comments your haters end up saying over all of the more good ones. Yeah, I think that's part of human nature. Where people, you get all these kind words. Like, look at this. We have 336 people in here, and all the comments are so nice. I don't think I've seen any particular mean comments tonight, but if that one person comes along and just says something nasty, of course you're going to notice that one. And, it's a process to teach yourself how to deal with that. Tossel, thank you again for the super chat. This is Laters. Going home for lunch now. I'm quite lucky. Only a 5-minute drive or 10-minute e-scooter from work. Fortunately, my job is far from my work and close to my home. So my office is the United States of America. Benjamin Zinkham says, can you wish my mom good luck? She has a job interview. Well, good luck to Benjamin's mom in getting snagging that new job. Have you ever had to deal with a Karen? I mean, watch the Horror Miss video. There was a sideshow performance that was interrupted by a Karen that was pretty funny. Cody Woolenscroft, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the content. Keep it up, man. My band plays Trimpers, who owns OC Haunted House. Oh, yeah, that is one of my favorite haunted houses. So if there's a way to get a backstage tour, I would love that, actually. And thank you for the super chat. Dark Lord Jeddah says, Yadamo says, hi, I went to Santa Cruz Boardwalk over the weekend, crowded but fun. Oh, I want to get out there. I've been trying to get out there for years. I was planning on going. Me and Adam went, I think it was 2018, and we went off season, so majority of the boardwalk was closed. Bummer. Did get to see the cool haunted house, but the dark rides were all closed. Bummer. Then I made plans to go back. I was going to go see it in 2019 or 2020, and then the pandemic happened. Skatalax 2 says Rye Playland Dark Rider Super Bowl. I've heard a lot of good things about Rye Playland. What's the video with Karen? I think it's called Horror Miss. Let me see. Yes, Horror Miss. HORRORMAS. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. Says Jillian's Wonderland was some quality fun park. It absolutely was. Joe Mama says, have you ever gotten scolded by Karen for filming? I mean, I've got yelled at for filming. It always makes me... I hate being yelled at. Like, I'm a grown man. I can understand if I'm not allowed to film. But how about this? Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, but we don't allow filming here. That's fine. What I hate is, hey, no filming. I mean, come on. Ryan said, didn't you say you donate your skull to a tractor? Explain. That would be cool. I do want to explain the safety rules. Keep all hands in the cart. Although I would never, ever tell people there's no filming. We've had a few conversations here about possible connections. Again, just shoot me a email is the best way to get in touch with me for something like that. I'm always interested in extended access, backstage tours, that sort of thing, as long as I can film. Crazy Coney Island Kid, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Carpetbagger. Love watching your videos. If you make your way to Coney Island, you should try the new Phoenix ride at Dino's Wonderland. I can let you get the best seat in the hat on the ride. What is the Phoenix ride? Is that a roller coaster? And the Coney Island, do they let you use like GoPros on rides? Are they cool with that sort of thing? I love Coney Island. Coney Island's a good place. Good place. John says I can hook you up with some awesome haunted locations. Oh, let's do a haunted trip, John, when I get back in a couple weeks. Andrew says Coney Island is strict on no filming. It's complicated because there's some places that are very strict no filming. Some places are fine as long as it's a GoPro. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to get a straight answer until... Do you ever get a tour of Randyland in Wildwood, New Jersey? What's Randyland? I feel like I've been to a place called Randyland. Randyland. I've been to the Randyland in Pittsburgh, but not Randyland in Wildwood. I don't know what that is. I could type in Randyland, Wildwood. What is Randyland? It says it's an amusement park. Kakash says, why wouldn't people want you to film? Safety or privacy? Is GoPro safer? I like to assume that people have their reasons. I think it's because people try to film on roller coasters with cell phones, and people end up getting hurt. I wish that parks would allow you the opportunity to do it safely. I have no issue with them saying only, because you shouldn't film on a on a real roller coaster. Like you should not film with anything but that's not attached to your body. But I feel like if you attach something to your body, I don't understand the reason. Melissa Winston, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey Jacob, love your videos and live streams. Keep up the good work. I will. Suthius, thank you for the super chat. Hope you and your family are well, Jacob. I'm going to Miami next month. Have you ever been there? Plan to one day or know of any roadside attractions? I went through Miami when I did my Dixie Highway road trip. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking on like individual attractions in Miami. I know there's the Coral Castle is near Miami. That's in Homestead, Florida, I think. Game Slayer says, remember you said the people at Nightmare Fear Factory and Nightmare Niagara Falls wouldn't let you film? Were they polite about it, or did they yell at you? No, they didn't yell at me because I asked first. You can kind of get a vibe, if a place is going to be open to filming or not. Sometimes it's just obvious that they're fine with it, and sometimes, especially haunts, I almost always ask first. Because most of the haunts that I film don't allow filming. They're making an exception for me. Crazy Coney Island Kid, thank you again for the super chat. It says some rides are strict about filming. We on the other hand say if it's strapped on, then we allow it. We just care about safety, so you can't hold. Well, I think that's super fair. Total Vamp, thank you for the super chat. Ryan Nodell says, you say SeaWorld is the best policy when it comes to filming, which every theme park should adapt. Yes. SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, as long as it's strapped to you in some way, you can do it. Knoebels is great too, and that they have a really clear policy about it. Only thing is, I wish they would be a little more lenient and let you use a wrist mount instead of a chest mount. But that's so much better than most theme parks. I'm just happy they allow it. Princess Ashley says, you ever messed up a video by accident, kept it as a blooper, or deleted the video? I don't know. Sometimes I put in bloopers, but mostly I just delete them because it's mostly just me screwing up my intro. Mark Droskowitz, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Lake Compounds again. Love your today's video. I don't know when I'll be back to Lake Compounds. I liked it a lot, but you should not try to film on any size of Joe Mama says, just trying out the Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood. I wish I could have went to Kennywood. I did not go to Kennywood this year. Just because there wasn't anything really new to show. I had so many other parks to get to that I did have to clip Kennywood of this, but I'll be back to Kennywood. I love it so much. Game Slayer says, you're not allowed to film in somewhere casual like a museum. Every once in a while, you get like a museum that just doesn't allow filming. I usually check and try to make sure it's okay. And I don't want to, because I don't want to wind up driving 3 hours out of my way and then being told I can't film. And if they don't allow filming, sometimes I'll ask, and sometimes they'll say, okay, we'll make an exception. Matthew Brown says, you inspired me. I went to my first Ripley's today. It was a temporary exhibit in Scottsdale. I've not been to that one. Flash U says, I can see theme parks not wanting video to show proprietary technology, but it'll be found out. I mean, if someone really wants to film on a ride, they'll figure out a way to do it. If I was an industrial spy, yeah, I could figure out a way to film. See, I could pretty much film. I could figure out a way to film on whatever, but then they would get angry. And they might ban me from the park, and that's not what I want. I want to have a friendly relationship with the parks. Eric Lett says, do you get recognized a lot? Now, it's gotten to the point now where I get recognized. I usually at least one person will recognize me when I go to a place. I think on this last road trip, I think I was recognized at every theme park. And I think it's cool. I mean, I'm not trying to be vain. It's just cool. It's cool to know that you're making a little bit of a difference in people's lives. You know, I'm not curing diseases. I'm not pulling accident victims out of mangled metal. But, you know, if I make someone's day, give someone a smile. If someone smiles over the course of a day because of something they saw on my video, then that's good enough. NC Patriot, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jay, we're going to the Smoky Mountain Bigfoot Conference in Gatlinburg on the 24th. No, I don't think I can make it to that. I am out of town for some time now. I'm going to... Sometimes, yeah, someone like the guy at That's Wonderland yelled, Bagger's here. And like I've seen, sometimes I get messages or comments from people who saw me but were nervous to come up and say hi. But I always encourage people to come up and say hi, you know. P.W. Wayne Smith says the guy that flipped you off the Bigfoot celebration was mean. Did someone flip me off? I don't remember being flipped off. Jason Radis says, for scares and some rides, everyone using their phone to ruin the experience. Yeah, I mean, I guess, like, if you're using external lights. Melissa, yes, I got your super chat. I think I read it, unless I missed one, but I definitely got one from you. And thank you very much. Total Vamp, have you been to Kentucky Kingdom? I have never been to Kentucky Kingdom. Is it good? Is this a place they should check out? I've been to Action Park. I know Action Park isn't really there anymore, but it kind of is. I've thought about going just to see what it looks like today. Where is old Action Park? Let's check. Got my laptop over here to the side. Mountain Creek Water Park. Oh, you can't lie to us. We know what you really are. You're no Mountain Creek Water Park. All right, so it's like the part of New Jersey that's above New York City. Let me see what it looks like from the sky. Well, it looks like it's more of a... I'll let you guys take a look. It looks like it's more of like a ski. Is it like a ski resort? So this looks like a ski hill. And then they got a few water slides. I don't know. Would you guys like me to see me go to Action Park? Now this is like I guess it's a ski hill, and then they got some water slides. I don't know. Of course, I have to check and see if I'm allowed to use my GoPro. I have to get a waterproof case first. It's a thought. I'm not going skiing. Ugh. GameSlayer has ever been stared at by people while doing your intro? Yes. That's probably the most common reason that I like mess up my intro and have to refilm it, because missed a super chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me make sure I get this. Chris Poteet, thank you for the super chat. I'd love to go to City Museum with you next time you go. Wife and myself went on our honeymoon. We live close and love it. Again, maybe I'll go back next. Transworld. It'd be funny if I wasn't allowed to film at Action Park because of safety concerns. Yeah, like I said, I met Del Wilkes, the Patriot. I did an autograph signing. He had sat next to me, and I posted a picture on Instagram, and he was wearing a Trump hat, and that every comment was just about his Trump hat, because everything has to be about politics to people. I wasn't wearing a hat that endorsed any political candidates. He actually asked. He asked if he should if he wanted me to take his hat off for the picture, and I told him that it didn't matter to me, because you can respect. Everyone's entitled to their own political beliefs, and I wasn't going to tell him he had to take his hat off for my picture. Remo Williams' Travel Channel needs to hire you. You'd be great for them. I don't know if I'd be great for them, but most importantly, I don't know if they'd be great for me. Dad Joke Game Show says, do you ever go to freak shows, or they not allow videos? The Coney Island Freak Show, which is one of the best, does not allow filming in their show. I'm trying to think if there's been other freak shows that I've been allowed. I mean, my friends at the Dead City Collective, they do like the human freak shows. And then you get like the dime museums usually are cool with filming. Son of Monster Palooza this year. What's Son of Monster Palooza? Kurt Johnson said, Jacob, any thoughts on Disney cutting all references to shrunken heads in the parks and tiki bars? Oh, man. Is that confirmed? Is that really what did they get rid of Shrunken Ned? Don't tell me they got rid of Shrunken Ned. I'm going to look this up. Disney Shrunken Head. Oh, wow. Trader Sam's Shrunken Zombie Head drink renamed as Cultural Sensitivity. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I got a tattoo of a shrunken head on my arm. Am I going to get canceled? Like, who's getting offended? Who's offended? I don't know. They're still so they're still serving them in a zombie? So wait a minute. You can, yeah, the article I just pulled up has the drink cup. So they're still going to keep the Shrunken Head cup, but they just can't use the name Shrunken Head. You can still have a severed head as long as it's not shrunken, as long as it's the normal regulation size head. No name. Thank you for the super chat. It says, people are offended by everything these days. Sometimes it seems that way. Total Vamp says Kentucky Kingdom used to be a Six Flags. Yeah, now it's bought by the people that own Dollywood and Silver Dollar City. It's called Zombie. So how is Shrunken Head offensive, but Zombie is not? Zombie is an actual part of the voodoo religion. Shrunken Head is considered part of a religious ceremony. Here's what a shrunken head is. You cut off the head of your enemy. You take that head, you shrink it. I won't go through the whole shrinking process because that's not important. But you shrink the head, and then that head gives you power over the person's family. You can use it to conquer their family. So let's be very respectful to headhunters. You would hate to offend someone who would cut someone's head off and shrink it. If anything, I mean, you could possibly make the argument that the shrunken head is maybe it's a grisly image. It's grisly. You could maybe say that maybe that Jamie says thought they were just monkey heads. A lot of them are. Most shrunken heads you will see are fake, and they're hard to verify if they're real, is my understanding. Epping Zephyr also says, I think it's because most of the victims were African Americans. No, the victims were not African Americans. They were South Americans. Are we gonna have to stop saying zombie? Kirk Johnson said, honestly, if you really look into it, you could say that incorporation of tiki figures is a form of appropriation. Yes, you could. You could say that. Matthew Brown, thank you for the super chat. I just would ask the question, who's offended? Because if there's a group of people that really feels offended, then let's listen. But if this is just a bunch of oversensitive white people looking for the next thing to be outraged about, let's tell them to get a life. Melissa, yes, some shrunken heads are definitely real. NC Patriot says, when you get back to town, Saturday Night Wrestling has returned to Fines Creek? Ooh. I would love to. Oh, man. Wonder if they'd let me get involved. Susan Cox says, why didn't you ride any coasters when you were at Kings Island? This ties back into what we were talking earlier. Kings Island, as well as all the other Cedar Fair parks, don't allow you to film on roller coasters. Ken Helms, did you do taxidermy museums? I do. Yeah, I want to see if there is anyone, a single person of Javaro ethnicity who finds the Drunken Heads at Disney offensive. What all have I bought from Transworld? I haven't bought anything yet. There's a few things that I've thought about purchasing from Transworld. That big, scary possum head. I was thinking about that. I'll admit, I was thinking about that. Mothman says the Molari headhunters. I've heard Javaro headhunters a lot. I have 90 million views. Is that like lifetime views? I don't know. Mark Droskovic says, I don't see what Shrunken Head has to do with voodoo. Anyways, nothing actually. That actually, no, you could say that might be a little issue. We are, you sometimes, like we tend to take a bunch of exotic things and put them together and act like they belong together. But yeah, zombies come from Haitian voodoo, and Shrunken Heads come from South American tribes. So really no connection whatsoever, but I think they do get splashed together a little bit. Thin Skin Lilac says, ever think you get 1 million subscribers? I don't know. It's okay if I don't. Total Vamps, that's about the coasters. I do sell those now in the Etsy shop. Someone asked about meetups. I don't know. I'm still trying to come up with something for a meetup. Susan Cox says, I know Cedar Fair doesn't allow videos on coasters. Did you ride any of the coasters? No, I didn't. I don't like roller coasters. Sarah Weinberg, thank you for the super chat. Says, please don't be influenced by these people. You're my comfort YouTuber, as my husband's like. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad my videos can give you some sort of comfort. People asking about the Santa Cruz Boardwalk. I've been to the boardwalk, but it was off season, and all their dark rides were shut down. Yeah, I really had intended. I really had intended to go out to Northern California and Oregon this year, but it didn't work out. I got ended up having a family reunion that kind of limited my options. So I think it might be next year that we get out to the West Coast. I think I'm still going to go to, if everything's a go, I'm probably going to go to Southern California for Halloween. NC Patriots, any updates on Ghost Town? Still looks deserted. I mean, I know they were doing work up there. I don't know what they were doing work on. I don't know if they've done any work recently. They got big plans, but Ghost Town's let me down so many times that I'll believe it when I see it. CKEL, thank you for the super chat. Gamester says, why were you silent there for a minute? Sometimes I'm just reading the comments. Sometimes it's hard to read and talk at the same time. Flash uses no Queen Mary haunting. Yeah, I didn't think that I didn't think they would because they went bankrupt. Kevin Williams, thank you for the super chat. Glad to see you. Keep on keeping on. Hopefully I didn't go to the last Dark Harbor as my first Dark Harbor. It's a great event. Ryan Nodell says, oh my God, thoughts on Bill Cosby being released? Well, I mean, I'll tell you what I think of it. I think Bill Cosby's guilty because he essentially admitted to being guilty in a deposition. But from what I understand, I mean, basically the people that prosecuted him, it's complicated. I'm not a lawyer, but it seems like that the prosecutors really screwed up. They screwed up, basically they used evidence that, as true as it was not admissible. But, there's not much more to say about it than that. Matthew Brown, thank you for the super chats. Have you ever been to the Haunt at Knott's Berry Farm? Yes, I went to Knott's Scary Farm in 2019. Sarah Weimer said, would you ever go on a podcast? I've been on a few podcasts. I'm usually so busy. It's hard for me to be on podcasts. No, but what he did to women is inexcusable. Here on the Carpetbagger channel, we cherish, respect women. I mean, I was never really a fan of Bill Cosby, so it doesn't, I don't really care in that aspect of things. Jessica Luna says, you wish my husband Seth a happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, Seth. Star Fisher says, will I ever see you at the Boot Hill Museum or not? Which Boot Hill Museum? The one in Arizona? What podcast I've been on? I was on a podcast called the Tailgate Podcast where they interview cryptids, and I played the part, my first acting role, I guess. I played the part of the Hodag, and I've been on a few other podcasts that I'm blanking on right now. I haven't done one in a long time. Call me. It's going to Milwaukee tomorrow. Any recommendations? Yes, check out the Milwaukee Public Museum while you still can. I'm going to go get something to drink. I will be back in just a moment. I'm back. Visualize fish. Sorry, Fisher. Fisher back at home. Do I wear sunblock? I've gotten burned really bad twice already this summer, so I'm trying to wear sunblock. But then sunblock gives me zits, so I don't know. Anthony asked if I ever going to come in contact with any bed bugs. No, not that I know of. Is this a sponsor video now? No sponsor. Yeah, I don't have my orange soda here. Or there is some orange soda, but it's in a 2-liter. I trying to remember the names of podcasts I've been on, but it's been a few years. I'm blanking now. Dan Bellows, I think, has found a few bed bugs in his travels. Matthew Brown, thank you for the super chat. This is going to Omega Mart in 2 weeks. Any tips? Just enjoy yourself. It's amazing. Evan, thank you for the super chat. Ever been to Enchanted Forest in Oregon? I have not. That's a big to-do that's still on my list. Kerry Jordan says the things people ask you. People ask all sorts of things. They're allowed to ask whatever they want. I'm allowed to answer whatever I want. Susan Cox, I've not been to Canada's Wonderland. I get this recommendation a lot. Canada's Wonderland. Let's see. Let's see what rides they have. Canada Wonderland rides. Do they have any dark rides? This seems like people seem to have. Oh, is this like a Cedar Fair park? ever been to the Haunted Hoochie. No, I've heard legends that they are controversial. They have the backlot stunt coaster they have at Kings Island. They have Boo Blasters. A lot of roller coasters. I just wonder, like, with these roller coaster parks, like these heavy duty roller coaster parks that are based around roller coasters, like, I mean, if I can't ride the roller coasters, I worry that people are going to get disinterested. It's like, as far as dark rides, they just have the blue boo blasters. You taught me how to skee ball. I can skee ball a little better when I'm not trying to film it. What's this? Wonder Mountain's Guardian. Oh, is this a dark ride? Actually, this looks like this is called Wonder Mountain Guardian. It's a roller coaster where you have guns. I don't mind riding roller coasters and filming them. I just worry about people being disinterested at watching me not ride roller coasters because I'm not allowed. Blaine, Washington, Scarborough. Check out Cunniet Lake in Ohio. They have a great dark ride called Devil's Den. Yeah, I don't think it's open yet. They were bought by new owners during the pandemic, and I don't know. And they're working on slowly getting reopened. I think a lot of work had to be done because of because it kind of been worn down over the years, not been maintained as well as it should. Jennifer Stewart, thank you for the super chat. Loved dark ride footage. Thank you for taking us along. I'm talking about the dark ride at Jillian's Pier. Isaac Lowry, thank you for the super chat. Love the video on Otherworld. Went there with my aunt and her husband and plan to go back after watching your video. Well, thank you. Am I in the Hurricane Cone? I'm not sure. Am I doing another video at Spirit Halloween? Yeah, when I see Spirit Halloween's opening up, I'll start doing some videos. Corey says, come back to Knoebels for Halloween. Haunted antique cars and theme pioneer train. I didn't know that they did haunted antique cars until recently. I want to check that out. Joe obviously try to film Home Depot. Yeah, last year I did Spirit, Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, think that was all the Halloween decorations I did. But it might be better this year because that was the middle of the pandemic. Oh, pandemic. Who here hates the pandemic? Say Zune says, hi, I'm a new reviewer, but I love the content. Well, thank you. Sorry. I feel sneeze-like symptoms coming on. Thin Skin Lilac says, you make a good cartoon character. Any chance of being animated? Well, I'm animated in the intro of my videos by my friend Jeff at Creaties. Let Academy says, love the Dutch Wonderland video, but I'm actually Dutch from Holland, and I have no idea why they call it Dutch Wonderland. Didn't see anything Dutch there. A lot of people from the Netherlands, from Scandinavian countries, were wondering that, people from Holland. The thing is, Dutch Wonderland has nothing to do with Holland. What it refers to is the Pennsylvania Dutch, which are actually German immigrants that are also known as the Amish. It's the best attraction in Dallas, Texas. Oh, Dallas. I love the Ripley's complex there. Joe Mama said, did you ever go to Fright Nights at Kennywood? No, is it good? I don't know, like, if they allow filming or not. That would be a thing. Susan Cox suggests getting a small drivable RV. The money just doesn't work out. RVs are really expensive to maintain, and the gas is insane. It makes more sense just to pay for hotel rooms. Of course, calling it Amish Wonderland seems strange. There is some Amish theming in the park, but I don't know if the Amish people are the best theme for a theme park. Am I Polish? I am not. James Crosby says, is it too much to send postcards? No, I send postcards to every country. They do allow filming at Fright Nights. Oh, that'd be interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's only like it's a little more than $1 to send a postcard internationally. It's different if you're like sending packages. That gets really expensive. T from Cleveland says, how bad was Evermore? Did I ever say Evermore was bad? Sarah Weber says, how do you honestly think about Noah's Ark? I mean, I don't agree with, I mean, with all due respect to people's religion, the science in the Ark is not very scientific. But it's their right to put whatever they want in their museum. It's a free country. T from Cleveland says the flood would be a perfect excuse not to justify no more dinosaurs. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't even make much sense that the dinosaurs would have all been saved on the Ark. So I guess the dinosaurs evolved after the Ark. I disagree with some of these points they're trying to make. Sarah Weimer says I hated the kid shaming part. Oh, the part where they talk about where they diss on Noah's Ark storybooks. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what people believe. T from Cleveland says they sell the same stuff at the gift shop. That's kind of true. They do sell like a bunch of happy animals in the gift shop, which was interesting because, yeah, they kind of scolded you about that earlier. That didn't make a lot of sense. Anthony Aquistape says, keep up the awesome videos. Irish people rock. Well, do you have a pork roll, egg and cheese sandwich when you were in New Jersey? No, I didn't know that was a thing. My cat's afraid of fireworks. No, I think we're all pretty good. None of them ran away. Lee Gordon says, watch your DC vids. Great. I want to go back and DC was pretty slow to open, so I was going to hopefully go back at some point, do DC. I mean, the Bible has some really violent stories in it. You can see from my video from the Bible Walk Wax Museum in Ohio. I light off any fireworks? No. What is pork roll? Which vlog am I rapping? Lose Yourself? Oh. I know I'm in Detroit. Let's see. Carpetbagger. Detroit. It's called Exploring the Streets of Detroit by the Carpetbagger. Joe Mama said, "Do you know what the Gorilla Band?" Yeah, I used to listen to the Gorillas. Jasmine Holmes listening to my own signature Crocs. Yeah, I don't know. Need to update my hat. I was talking about that earlier. My hat's getting old and stinky. Don't want to own animatronic. I do, but animatronics are a lot of work to like get them working and to maintain them. Meadow 37 says, "Are you frozen in time? I feel like you always look the same age." I look very different than how I looked when I was young. James Crosby, yes, I have been to Zach Baggins Museum. There any Steve Chronic Wrestling says, "Are there any amusement parks left in Massachusetts?" I don't know if there's any theme parks in Massachusetts, to be honest with you. Nearsighted or farsighted? I can't see things that are far away. I can kind of see things up close. So whatever that is. Call Me says, "I might try Silverman's Beast Bloody Mary tomorrow." Your thoughts? Is that the one? The one I did with the whole fried chicken in it? Flash uses, I see debunk stuff that is played as real. Where at? Thomas Tomlinson says, Jacob, save the animatronics for the Carpetbagger land, your amusement park have to retire. I'd love that, but, you know, it's hard to make an amusement park. What job would I have if I was an entertainer? Well, before I was a professional entertainer, I was worked in Child Protective Services, believe it or not. Investigated child abuse and child neglect. Cheerful stuff. Well, I'm not trying to get anyone to buy me a hat. I just was talking about just trying to find one. I wanted to get the same one again, but it's out of print apparently. Joe Mama says, first thing I saw when I saw you was your hat, with all the pins and the Crocs. So iconic. Well, thank you. It's important to have a distinct look here on YouTube, I think. Sarah Weimer says, sorry, I'm a little drunk, but for real, come to Caddo Lake and my family will show you around. We also be drunk, but it will be lots of fun. Do I like pencils? I prefer pens. Hello, Christopher Lucas. Jacqueline Corona asked if I've been to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and I absolutely have. Christopher Lucas took me there because he knows about NASCAR. And some people thought I was a real jerk in that video because I was laughing at him. Sarah Levens, I do not currently have a public PO box. Travis Dennemeyer says, have you ever been drunk before? I have had alcoholic beverages in the past. I maybe have had a few too many alcoholic beverages in the past, but I'm just not really interested in drinking that many alcoholic beverages these days. There's a part of that video, the NASCAR Hall of Fame video, where Christopher explains that an average race is 3 hours long. And as he says that, you can see my eyes bulging out of my head. Ready for History says, didn't that whole chicken and a drink have alcohol? Yes. You see, I'll have a drink occasionally. I've had drinks in videos before. I've had that. Then I did a few at the tiki bar. So I'll have an adult beverage in the right scenario. Can be more than 4 hours. That's a lot of racing. Joe Mama asks, who is my favorite football team? I don't watch football. My dad was always a Chicago Bears fan. The rest of my family liked the Green Bay Packers because they're from Wisconsin. Matthew Chipman is good for you about your limited consumption of alcohol. 42 years ago, my father overcame serious alcoholism, and I've had some people close to me that have overcome alcoholism, and it's very scary and very serious. So, you know, but I really, you know, I just really don't have a lot of interest in having drinks all the time. Dreaded Lady says, any New Orleans attractions? Oh, I love New Orleans. Love to, always love to go to New Orleans. Carolyn Smear says, who has the best mermaids? Ones that are paid to swim in aquarium tanks. The Wikiwachis were the original. Yes, I am a wrestling fan, and I've had a few encounters inside the wrestling ring as well. Christopher Lucas says, you can rent a headset at the race and listen to your favorite drivers curse. That's kind of funny. Sarah Weinberg, thank you again for the super chat. Says, good night, but for real, hit me up if you want a good encounter. Well, thank you. Yes, I use the Carpetbagger name in wrestling. Didn't think there was any reason to come up with anything else. My finisher in wrestling is I use the stunner, but I only won one match with it. Oh, Christopher, in Myrtle Beach, is that you're going to get hit with the hurricane? we talking about Ricky Morton for? They're like Florence, Kentucky. I love the Wildwood Inn. It was pretty fun. You're scared of your mother-in-law, Christopher? Ever go to Land of Illusion in Ohio? Is that a haunt? Daniel Flynn's Connecticut has a cool attraction at the Pez factory. They do factory tours there still? BK Pass, have you been to the Cryptozoology Museum of Portland? They're weird about filming. I did film part of it when they were in a different location, but they were packing up. I was in Maine. I sent them a question asking if I could film. They said they were too busy. So, I don't know. Christopher Lucas says there's a new selfie studio at Myrtle Beach. What's it called? Where I got stuck with the sprinkles, that was the Museum of Ice Cream. JVT, thank you for the super chat. Hello, what time is it over there? Love from the Netherlands. It is, where I'm at, it is 10:51 Eastern Standard Time. It's called Selfie World. That's interesting. Rankin Films. I had COVID and your videos got me through. Well, I'm sure I wasn't the only thing that got you through, but I'm glad if I could give you a little bit to take your mind off the COVID. I was fortunate enough where I never got sick. I never got COVID. Now I have the vaccine, and hopefully that will stop me. Yes, when I went to the Museum of Ice Cream, I pulled one of those sprinkles out of a jacket that I hadn't even worn there. It was haunting me. I had sprinkles in unspeakable places. James Crowder said on the bright side it wasn't glitter. Someday I'll Probably have to go to the Glitter Museum. Ryan Note says, "Why do you get grief for going to the museum?" I don't know. If I think people thought it was stupid. That's the main complaint I got. People thinking that the very idea of the museum ice cream, but I don't know. Let people have fun, right? Nick Zinda says, "How was the food at those seaside parks?" I know in Ocean City, New Jersey, like all they had was pizza. It was just pizza, 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 all down the boardwalk. Going back to Vegas anytime soon? Probably not soon, but at some point. Says, "What do you think of Branson? Just got home from it 2 days ago." I love Branson. Branson's one of those tourist meccas. Darren Richmond says, "What if someone somehow made a combination one roller coaster jump scare haunt? How terrifying it'd be." I went on the I have a video from last year where I did the mountain coaster with jump scares. It was pretty fun. Yeah, go check that video out. My favorite movie monster. I think the creature from the Black Lagoon is the coolest looking. Gillman. Joey's Adventure said, "I went to the Ripley's in Ocean City, Maryland today." I think it's a good Ripley's. There's none of the Ripley's I don't like though. Was Pirates Cove open at Waldemere? Yes. I think they had originally said that they were not going to open it this year, but I think they went ahead and opened it because things got a lot better. I've been to Galveston. I have been to Galveston. Did the rainforest dark ride there. Missed all the fun in Bismarck, North Dakota. What happened? Jason the Michigan says, like the reaction of the lady and the guy who watched the slingshot ride. Oh, hell, yeah, that's how I felt too. What's my favorite Dunkin' Donut? I always like the regular chocolate covered donut. Nothing special, nothing weird, just a donut with chocolate on top. Clayton Slavin says there's nothing in Bismarck, North Dakota. Kobe Rouse says, what is the scariest movie you've ever seen? Scariest movie? I think The Exorcist is pretty scary. All right, we have been on here about 2 hours. So if anyone has any final questions, final statements, final thoughts, let them roll. Becca May, so many different state fairs you've been to. I've been to North Carolina and Kentucky, and I think that's it. I need to go to more state fairs. That's a low-key goal of mine. Denise is never going to ride that requires you to sign a medical waiver. I've definitely done that before. Christopher Lucas, Jennifer says, hello, Jennifer. Bud's Red Hots. What kit do you go along when you're on the roads besides clothes, like gadgets? I try to pack light, just the camera I need, the camera, the drone if I need it, and GoPro. Keep it all in a backpack. Her weekend travel says, you've been a lifesaver since I broke my foot. I'm sorry you broke your foot. I'm glad I can maybe put a smile on your face, even though your foot may be shattered. Ever been to the Rattlesnake Roundup? No. Or lost my glasses on a road trip? No, not yet. All right. Well, thank you all. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, everyone who dropped a super chat. And thank you all for your continued support. Hashtag Team Balto. Until next time, this one's in the bag.